Hello, first graders. Mr. Wojcik here, Technology. How are you? Here is our activity for Module 5. It's a Bbot activity. First grade, program Bbot to spell different words. Use the link below to spell the words that you were working on in the classroom. Here's your link to get to the Bbot simulator or emulator. The first grade words for November and December, and these will get updated as the teachers give me their words. So I will add words in the near future. Where, come, there, they, jump, yellow, funny, and with. Practice spelling those sight words. And then the challenge is to program Bbot to spell your name. See if you can do that as well. There's a couple different ways we can spell your words, or you can spell your words. I'll show you both ways. Here we go. I'm going to click on the link to Bbot. This is what Bbot looks like. So let's go over the menu here. This is the home button where Bbot always goes when you press the home button. So if I move Bbot forward 2 times, Bbot's going to move forward twice. And when it's done, I want Bbot maybe to go back home. So I'm going to press the home button and it goes back to the letter K. To get rid of my logarithm or code, I am going to press the X. There we go. And there's a couple different ways that you can code. Let me continue with the arrows first though. Move forward, move backward, turn to the right. A turn is just a turn. A turn is not a move forward. Bbot is just going to turn however many degrees. One turn in its place would turn 90 degrees, just like this. One turn would turn Bbot 90 degrees. 2 turns will make Bbot turn 180 degrees from front to its backside. Here we go. 3 turns will make Bbot turn 270 degrees. So from here all the way to here, pointing down. And then 4 turns would make Bbot turn 360 degrees in a circle. All right, so I'm going to press the home button to get Bbot facing the correct way. And I'm going to press the X to clear off my logarithm. All right, here we go. And then we have the pause button if you want to pause Bbot for any reason or stop them for any reason. All right, so here we go. The first word on your list is the word where. Now we can do this a couple of different ways. It is a 5-letter word, which means your logarithm or code may get fairly long. So there's a few different ways we can do this. So we can try to program the whole thing, which means I would go back 1, 2, 3. So back 1, 2, 3. And when you're thinking about how you should do this, ask yourself which way you should go. Should I turn? Make a plan. Maybe draw out your plan with your finger, or print this off and you could draw it out on a piece of paper. So there's a couple of different ways you can do it. Is think about your plan. Go ahead and create your plan is what I'm doing now. And then if I have to improve it or change it, I might have to clear it and start over. And that's the frustrating thing with a letter of this big with 5 letters. If I make a mistake, I have to start over. I can't delete these arrows or my code and fix it. So again, there's a couple different choices we can do here. So I'll talk to you about that in a second. And then show mom and dad what you did, right? Or communicate it by writing it down. And that's one thing I'm gonna tell you to do maybe, and to make it a little bit easier, because coding a 5-letter word is a little tough for this, or could be potentially a little tough. So here we go. But if you want to challenge yourself, go ahead. So the first way I'm going to do it is I'm going to program each letter individually. So I'm going to find the W and stop on the W. All right, so I'm going to go backwards 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That should get me to the X. I have to make a decision. Do I turn left or right? This is a good way to learn your left and right from the way Bbot is facing, right? So if Bbot is facing this way, left and right change a little bit. Bbot is facing This way, left and right change a little bit. So you have to kind of orient yourself to which way bbot is going to make them turn the correct way. So I'm going to go backwards again 3 times, and then I'm going to turn left, and I'm going to go forward once, and that should get me, or get bbot. So I'm going to go forward. So bbot's going to turn, and then he has to go forward. So there we go. All right, let's see if that works. That'll get me to the W. Perfect. Now on a piece of paper, I would say, okay, I coded bbot or wrote an logarithm to get bbot to the W, and I would write the W down so I knew that's the letter I got to. And then you would look at your word where and say, I have to get to the H next. Now I can continue my program, right? So I could keep adding code and go back one, turn right, and go all the way up here, right? And then I can get to the E, continuing to add my code, and then all the way over to the R, way down here, right? So that's a lot of programming. You're going to have lots of line of programming here, and one mistake is going to make you do it all over again. So I don't want you to get frustrated. So what I would do is, like I said, I wrote the W down, and now I'm going to have bbot go back to home. I'm going to clear off my code for the W, and now I'm going to work on the code for the H, which now is very easy. H is right here. So all I have to do is go forward 1. There we go. So now I would write the H down, and now I'd clear this off, and I would go home, and now I'd start bbot at the home space and go up to the E. So let's see here. I would go forward 2 times, right once, and then forward 2 times, I think, is what I think is in my head. I didn't draw it out, but I'm just looking at it. It's good to make a plan and draw it out. That's the engineering process. So think about your engineering process, make a plan, think about it, and then go ahead and try it. If it doesn't work, improve it, try it again. So I'm on the E. I would write the E down on a piece of paper, and then I would go ahead and go back home, clear it, and go to the R. So backwards twice, and take a left turn, and forwards twice. And that should get me to the R. Go. So I was successful in making bbot stop on the R, write the R down, go home, clear off my program, and then back to the E again. Even though I was already there one time, I'm going to program it just for practice, and I should be better at it this time because I already was there once. Or I could even try a different route to the E. It wouldn't have to even be the same route. There we go. And now I'm finished with the word where. What I could do instead, like I said, is try to program the word where altogether, and that's going to be fairly difficult. So let me show you what that might look like. I don't even know if I can be successful, so I really have to think about my plan. So I'm going to go again backwards 2 times, 1, 2, actually 3 times, and turn left, forward. That should get me to the W, and then to the H. Let's see, bbot's going to be facing this way, so I have to turn right. So lots to think about. Go 1, 2, 3, forward 4 times. And then go right, and then forward. That should be to the H. And then let's see here. That bbot should be facing this way, so I'm going to go forward 2 times. And then left, and then forward to the E. And then I have to get to the R. So let's see, bbot. Let's see, which way did I go? Wasn't even paying attention. Shoot. Well, let's try it out here. Let's see how good I'm doing here. So there's the W. There's the H. And there's the E. So Bbot's facing straight up in the air, so I have to turn Bbot. Go forward 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm making my plan. If I mess up my plan, I have to start over. I can't backspace this code or logarithm. So Bbot's going to be facing this way. I have to turn to the left. Down 1, 2, 3, 4 to the R. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bbot's going to be facing down. I'm going to turn left again and go across 1, 2, 3, 4. So turn left. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to turn left again to think about which way Bbot is facing and go. I should go up 1, 2, 3, 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see my code is very long. My logarithm is very long to spell the word where. And that is going to be tough for you to keep that track. It was tough for me. So I would work on what I did first, spell one letter at a time, and go from there. But if you want to challenge yourself and try to make a code like this, again, if you make an error, you're going to have to completely start over. So I'm going to go home and press start, and let's see if I hit all the letters of all 5 letters in the word where. W, H, E. This is where I'm getting a little nervous because I'm not sure if I did it correctly. R, and looks like I did it. But it took a lot of thinking and problem solving to think this out, and it's really good problem solving skills. This is really good problem solving skill to spell the whole word. But again, your codes are going to get rather long. So if you want to do it the first way I did it, that's more than fine. So until you feel a little more comfortable, maybe you want to try and spell one of the whole words to try a longer code. You can definitely do that later on as you're practicing working with Bbot, but I would not suggest to do that on your first word. All right, so you're all set. I hope you have fun with this activity, spelling some of your sight words using code.